There we go. I'm back. It's about 2:30. Try to catch the rest of these sky cams on this second 15-minute vid. We're in Brazil. Sun's fixing to go down. Check it out. There's the orange ball showing up, being projected out here. Double image. You can see the dots and stuff rolling through, rotating. Here we have the debris field around the sun. And in the Nibiru sun, you can see how far reaching it is. Like I said, this thing has some serious magnetics involved, so it's going to be dragging a lot of stuff with it, without a doubt. This represents the sun. I would, you know, center of the sun basically. Here it is down here. And you can catch the projected image down here as well of the Nibiru sun. This is interesting. This morning we looked and I think it was yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay, here's the moon. There's Nibiru sun. You see how close it is to the moon relative to how close it is to the sun 12 hours later. And basically it's the inverted distances in the northern hemisphere. So I don't know which one's correct, but if my hypothesis is correct, you would say the Earth's over here, rotate this 90 degrees. Here's Nibiru's sun, and then here's the moon, rotate this 90 degrees because the Earth would be over here. So the Nibiru sun's somewhere in between the Earth and the moon, obviously. So we'll have to see, wait and see. This stuff's changing quickly. I mean, these images, we weren't having images like this even just yesterday, so all I can say is keep watching, and I enjoy bringing it to you, documenting like I said earlier in another vid, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. But here we got all the debris field being highlighted. And I looked into these sky cams, and they're really high-tech Sony Super HAD-CC Roman numeral 2 cameras. They see in the full color spectrum range of 400 to 700 nanometers with high sensitivity. That's why we're getting such great shots here that you're not going to see with your naked eye or with a lesser camera either. And these are some super high-tech security cameras actually, and I guess people are using them in this all Skycam network. Some of them may be the lesser model, not the super, but they're still high-tech cameras nonetheless. There's a reprojected view catching debris field. There's the raw deck map, southern hemisphere, so the sky's below. There's the land. Here's Tuolumne Skies Observatory, Groveland, California. Catching a little bit of it here, coming around. Projected image. I mean, check out the debris field though. I mean, they're showing up on every cam. We just looked at Brazil. There it was. Here it is here in California. That's the debris field. I'm convinced of it. Wow, look at that, how it lined up there. That's crazy. And here's the reprojected view on the raw deck map. Seeing quite a good debris field shots there. And down here as well. Catching a pretty good shot here in Little Rock, Arkansas. 2:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here. Be one, they're an hour behind. So Still around the 1 o'clock, 1:30 hour. It's a nice image of the Nibiru sun. And here's the what we were seeing when we were looking at Groveland, California. There's that ring of debris. Just shows up all of a sudden, being illuminated by the sun. I'm sure it was there all the time, but just catching the right angle, being lit up. And it looks like it's going retrograde. If the sun's rotating this way, this stuff's going against. It's revolving against the sun's rotation. So, further suggestion, here's some of the dots in there. Further suggestion to me that the brown dwarf is rotating in retrograde fashion to the sun. And I guess that would make sense. Binary twin sun. It's going to go opposite just by the laws of physics or nature, I suppose. Here it is coming down here. Catching it on the columnar images. Here's Minnesota, real cloudy. This is a black and white image. We could see it here though, and also picking up that debris field. That's why I pulled this camera up for you. It's everywhere. There it is showing up good, well on the raw deck map, the debris field. There's one of our chemtrail planes. Here's an interesting image here, not necessarily this one. Looks like the glass is all scarred and stuff that houses this camera, but well, you can pick up maybe some of the debris field there. That's not why I pulled this image up, nor that either. Down here in the summary of the day, single column, look last night. Here's the moon, Nibiru sun, catching another object up here. And like I showed you this morning, there's no planets around the moon anymore right now. It's out there by itself. And then here we have it around 11 a.m., 11:30, 11:15. Yesterday morning, and it's pretty well spread out in here, but you can catch maybe some debris. Here's some debris. But that looks like a larger object. Could be one of the orbitals, perhaps. Pulled this one up just to show you the chaff around the sun, the debris field, even though it's really cloudy. Still catching some images of it. This is up in Hope, New Jersey. Not so much down here, a little bit. And there's the moon, some up here perhaps. I just remember we saw the winged images yesterday with an orbital present? We didn't see that before. Haven't caught it today yet though. Okay, we're in Mississippi now here. You can see all the chaff, all the orbitals around here showing up or being projected out onto the lens. One of the two. This looks like maybe one of the lower grade cameras. Nonetheless, still a high-tech instrument. Here's the moon last night at 1. Got some orbitals here. Or not maybe not orbitals, but debris. Whitehall, Maryland. Here we have it sneaking out of the frame here. Real small image. Guess because it's so cloudy there. And sneaking down through the frame here. Like before, it was kind of running a little bit closer to the east, if I remember. But still coming down in the same general direction. Here's Mayhill, New Mexico. Catching a little bit of a ghost image here. Sun's pretty well chemmed up, or it's illuminating the chem haze that's in the sky, laced with nanoparticles of metal. Here we could see a lot of chaff though and stuff. This here, getting some color to it. So like I said, we're seeing it everywhere. This debris field, And I'm noticing down here we get some magnetic field lines. Here it is ghosting across there. Let me blow this up, see if you can see the field lines. That's 300%. There's a nice little bird here. See the field lines? Magnetic field lines? I don't know if it's coming through on the video, but you can see them quite clearly on the All Skycam website. So that tells me Earth's magnetosphere has been it's ramping up, trying to repel. Seems like magnetosphere is holding its own for now, but that won't be the case as it draws closer. Here's Cal Poly up in Pomona, California. Here we get the Nibiru sun ghosting across there. Look at all the debris field that's showing up. And you can see it's in some kind of a rotation or revolution rather. Same down here. Look at all the debris field showing up. And here we have the Nibiru sun ghosting through. Here's a camera I haven't showed you before. It's usually all socked in and clouded over, but as it is right now. Here you can see the magnetic field lines I'm talking about. It's an Aurora Borealis cam. Right now we're not in Aurora Borealis because the KP index is way back down to normal. We'll just pump this up to 200. It's showing the field lines pretty well though. Yeah, it's showing some color in the sky as well, so I don't know what to say about that. That's up near the North Pole, Alaska. Maybe we'll bump it up a little higher. There's 300%. See what I'm talking about? Magnetic field lines. That's not normal, folks. There's Nagasaki, Japan. It's always raining over there too, so I've never really showed you anything. But I blew it up to 200%. You can see the magnetic field lines I'm talking about. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy stuff. Like I said, these cameras are super sensitive, so they're picking these field lines up. Okay, here we are at the bottom of the list. We're in the boneyard again. Rapid City, South Dakota. We're having a decent clear day out there. Here's the sun. You can see all the debris field around here being highlighted by the sun. I'm sure it's huge, just huge. And if the sun's shooting directly at us, Earth's somewhere out here. Well, what can I say? Suffice to say that the Nibiru sun's somewhere between the Earth and the sun, and it's close enough that the full moon was able to illuminate it and also pick up the debris field. So that tells me it's getting pretty close. Too close for comfort, that's for sure. Here it is ghosting through down here. You can see some magnetic field lines here in the clouds. Here's the debris field. It's a reprojected view. The raw deck map view. See the debris field. We'll blow this up so we can pick up the field lines. 300%, why not? Boneyard. Alright, check it out. There's the sun. There's all the debris floating around it. The sun should be revolving in this direction, or rotating. The Nibiru sun's probably rotating retrograde, counterclockwise. I think the sun's going counterclockwise. No, the planets are going. Around this way. So what's that, counterclockwise? Wouldn't that be counter? I'm confused. But anyway, like I said, I don't have a real good visualization, spatial skills, nor math skills. But my eyes work pretty good.